Good morning, afternoon, or whatever, y'all. I hate when you come to bring a load to the dryer and you forget you already got a load in the dryer. So you got to deal with those first. Anyways, guess more time to talk. Got some stuff we're going to share today. And I figured that since I had to come down here anyways, I would go ahead and bring down the camera and give a little update here in the basement. There's not a lot going on, but John has, it's just the little details that, you know, take a lot of effort. But there's really, it's a lot of unseen work, I guess, because it's like, you know, behind the walls and whatnot. What was I saying? I figured we would share the basement. John has started working down here again, and it's a hot mess. It was already a hot mess, but now it's like, well, probably better. It's worse, but probably better. But, yeah, I figured we would do a little update with how things are going down here, our new plans, because we have changed the plans, which that was inevitable with us anyways, but especially when a project takes, what's it been, 3 years, 4 years? It's been a while, so, and that's fine. That's just how it is, and we knew it would take a while. The first video I ever told you all about the basement, you know, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that it's gonna take us a while, and that has a lot to do with the fact that John, hold on a second, move all the stuff up here so I don't have to be bending down every 2 seconds. That has a lot to do with John doing it all on his own. When we got it dug out, he did have a friend come help because his friend had some, you know, bigger equipment. And I've still never edited the video. I'm pretty sure that I have footage. I had a USB drive, you know, dedicated to the basement. Really need to get that edited and put up. But nonetheless, he took a really big hiatus from the basement. He just was, you know, work was crazy. He was just exhausted mentally, mostly mentally, physically too, but, you know, brain work, it's a lot. And John does this kind of stuff for a living. He, you know, him and his brother, they own their own business, so he puts a lot of effort into other people's houses. So when it comes to, you know, time to put effort into ours, he don't really have it or want it. And I completely get that. I understand it. It can be frustrating with, you know, wanting things to be done and whatnot, especially if I have a vision in my head. Not necessarily a vision, because I'm not a visual person like that, but I have a, you know, a plan, a desire for this space. So obviously I want it done, but, you know, it's just one of those it is what it is things, because I can't really control it. And, you know, I'm nagging and fussing and stuff. What's that gonna do, right? That's not gonna make him want to do things more. If anything, that's gonna make him, you know, shy away from things even more, because that's just added stress and pressure to him. So nonetheless, it is what it is. It's one of those things, we'll appreciate it more when it's done right now, but nonetheless, I'm super excited about it. So I'm going to get this laundry switched around, and then we'll just turn you around and kind of give you a little walk-through vision of the basement. So in here, this space is John. So this will be his, hold on, let me get my, what's going on here? There we go. This will just be his whatever room. It's where he's going to store his work tools that he has in the house, and then just like a little workspace for him, because you can see all his stuff right here, because it's one of his hobbies is to like work on knives and whatnot. His current hobby, I guess you could say. And so this is going to be where he stores all of his stuff, and then he's going to have him a workbench in here. So this will be John's room number 1. That's my treadmill. It'll be going upstairs. This is his, why does my finger look so long? This in here is his current room, and it has like his Indian artifacts and whatnot in it. This room is almost, not 100%, but he's trying to make this room be fireproof. That's the plan, is to try to make this be fireproof. It's got his most valuable things in it, as well as our like important documents and all that, you know, important things that if the house did catch on fire, things that we would definitely want or need to try to save, if that makes sense. So I'll take you in here and show you just a little bit. So this is what this room looks like. This is what he does with it. So this is all of his stuff. There's some sort of things that YouTube doesn't approve of, and I'm not sure about showing them if I don't know how it works. I don't want to get on that. So anyways, there's just stuff behind me that I'm not going to show on the video, but you get the idea of what the room looks like in here. This is just all of his important Indian stuff and whatnot. And he does have like his knife collection and stuff in here at the moment, because this is the safest place for it. And he might keep his knife collection in here. I don't think so. I'm not sure. He does have a lot of money in it as well, so he might make a space for that in here. But this is the fireproof-ish room in the house, and this is his, where he keeps his valuables, and then we keep family valuables. This is the room that's 100% done down here. This is the roof. This is what we're going to be doing throughout the entire basement, because we was going to do something similar anyways. We was going to do white metal, but I really liked the way that this looked, and so we just went with this route. So this is the ceiling that the entire basement will have. This is the air duct. It's about the only way that we could do it, and it's fine. That doesn't bother me. For the main part, for my part, we're going to be building like closets and shelves and whatnot, so that's actually just a little plus for us. But this is the little room of his that is done. And then if you walk through here, ignore the mess, but this is going to be the laundry room. So we got our dryer already down here. He went ahead and ran the water for the washer, so that we don't have a hot water heater down here, but before he put the ceiling in, he wanted the water ran. So this is where the washer will go. There'll be a wall right here, and then this will be just a small bathroom with just a small concrete, at this moment, concrete shower in it, so that you know, we'd always need a new bathroom. There's 5 of us that currently live in this house, but sometimes you come home and you need to use bathroom, and they're all already taken, because you need 1 bathroom for each person. So this will be a little small bathroom, nothing fancy, but we don't care. That's not what we're going for. And then this space is actually going to be 2 rooms. This back will be a space to put the new air handler, because it's inevitable that one's going to be tearing up soon. We thought it was already tore up, but thankfully the Lord let us use it last summer. So it's inevitable. It's going to tear up, and it will be going down here, as well as the hot water heater. And you'll see this line right here. This is where the wall will be. You'll be coming in this way. This will be the door to this storage space. So it's going to be a storage space with the air handler and a hot water heater in it for the basement area. And then the wall here will separate it, and this will be Violet's room, which is going to be just like a playroom for all the grandkids and whatnot that we, you know, future plans and all that stuff. So this wall will actually be coming out a few more feet. I can't remember how much he said, maybe a foot or a foot and a half. And then so that will be Violet's room, which will just be the playroom, but we just call it Violet's room because she's the only one we've got. And then over here, this space will just be one big area. He's going to build a wall right here just to help support the main house a little bit more. So this will be an entryway / mud area. I'm going to probably put me a little shelf and wall hooks, because as you can see, this is the space I use in the winter for when I'm going in and out to deal with the chickens. If the water's frozen and I need to bring it in to thaw out, I set it here. So this will be a little mud area / just entryway into the basement. And then this will be probably the sitting area where we're going to put a TV, and I just have a lot of good plans for down here. So it's going to be a family area fully focused on just the kids being able to spend time together and just a place to relax and have fun. So it's going to be a TV here probably on the shelf area, and then have a couch. That's an access door. We're going to probably, I'm not sure, I told John to build like a fake wood barn door like we did for the goats, and just have it there as like a decor piece, but you know, it's obviously it's an access door, so it's usable. And then the wall will be to like right here, I guess, where we're standing. This will be a big open space right here, so we're going to be utilizing this in some way. I have a few plans of what I want to do with it, but we'll see. You know how stuff is, stuff changes. So this will be a big open space, and if you're standing here looking back, just envision all the junk that's not down here. This will be a big open part of the family room. Violet's playroom will be right here. And then back through this hallway-ish will be the bathroom and the laundry room, if that makes sense. But inevitably, that is the plans at the moment. We did change it because this space right here, when we started the basement, we had 4 kids living at home. And so this was going to be Jonathan's space. As you can tell, stuff is very slow. So I was still going to build it into Jonathan's room. I've always still called it Jonathan's room. However, Jonathan had Violet, and so it inevitably turned into Violet's room, because the family room is going to be for like the adults and, you know, my teenagers, and as they get to become adults and get married and move off, this will be a space for them just to hang out and, you know, just whatever. And so in that space, I wanted to have a play area where they could just throw the kids, you know, make the kids go in there, not make, but have a space that's safe for the kids, and then just have a good space for the adults so that they're right beside each other. Not like it really matters, but you know what I'm saying. I just wanted it that way. I just picture on like Thanksgiving, everybody comes over, and so they bring the kids down here, they hang out while I finish cooking and all of that. So that is the vision I have for this space. So that's what we're trying to create. The room that I'm calling Violet's is just inevitable. It was Jonathan's, and if they come over and they decide they want to stay all night, or they need to stay all night or whatever, that was the room that he was going to be, you know, that they could have as their personal space. And they still can if they I was talking about putting a bed in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a bed in there now, because me and John was talking, and I'm always just like, if it's one night, they can just sleep in the floor. They can make them a pallet in the floor. They can, and we can keep one of the foamy things for a mattress. We can keep that stored away. We'll actually have some in the treehouse already. We can pull that out for them to sleep on. They can sleep in the family room. Almost always when they come over and stay all night, all the kids just hang out together. They either camp out in the yard in a tent, or they spend the night in the treehouse, just so that they can all be together. So it might just stay that way, and they just all bunker down here in this area together. And I love how close my kids are. It has always been one of my goals, is to raise kids that, you know, they wanted to come home and they wanted to be together. And so to be able to create a space so that they can continue doing that, you know. We was talking at Christmas, and I was telling them that, you know, plans are going to have to change. Probably we're going to have to change our traditions and whatnot, and I know it'll probably still change, but Jonathan said that he had no desires or plans to change things. And I said, how are you going to do that? When are you going to have Christmas with your own family? On Christmas Eve? And he said, yeah, as if, you know, that was the right thing to do. So I know things will change. I know that, you know, as they get older, things will change, but nonetheless, Lord willing, they will always come home, and they'll always have a space where they can hang out and just be together and whatnot. And I've just always had this dream of this being the heart of our family, and that's just what I always want it to be, the place where they always come home to, the place where we have Christmas and Thanksgiving and, you know, all of the family get-togethers. We have them here. If somebody else wants to host, that's fine too, but just, you know, it's just one of those things that you sit and think about and dream about as your kids are younger, and just being able to bring it to life, and it's slowly coming to life. It's so exciting to me. So anyways, until next time, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Bye, friends.
Perfect, but it's all we've got.